Welcome once again to another edition of Shelf Life Book Reviews Online. As always, I thank you for taking time to watch my video. Hopefully you will find them of interest when you decide to make your book purchases. I'm going to review, as usual, two books, two nonfiction books, very different and very different for different reasons. The very first one is Let's Do It, The Birth of Pop by Bob Stanley. This is published by Faber and Faber, and it retails for $49.95. This book is over 600 pages long. But if you're thinking that you're going to find a book about pop music like the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and more modern music, no, it's not. But if we didn't have pop music as found in this book, there would not be the music that we know of today. The term pop, which I didn't realize, I thought it was more a 1960s type term that was used. No, it came in 1901 in an advertisement in the stage. It is a theatrical newsletter, and pop was used. It was short for popular music. And why they used the word pop in short form was because it cost less if you had less words and the less length of words in an advertisement. So it stuck. Pop, like I said, 1901, it's still used today. And this book is really fascinating on so many fronts because it basically talks about the beginning of music, the beginnings of Scott Joplin and ragtime. That really began the whole musical trend. People were fascinated by the sounds that were coming out, and there were a lot of songs at that time with the word rag in the title, and like the rag blues, and it just went from there. But as Bob Stanley tells us in the book, he basically follows in chronological order the history of music from ragtime, pre-war, pre-World War I music, music after World War I, and there were so many genres that started to come. There was the barbershop quartet, that's mentioned here. That was a musical form. Hillbilly music is even mentioned as well too. Dance hall music. So every form of music, ones that you wouldn't even not think of, are explained fully in this book and how they contributed to the overall picture of music as we know it today. They talk about Jerome Kern, Broadway show tunes, Al Jolson, the dance hall girls, dance hall music, and how radio began. And radio really launched the birth of music as well too, because before radio, it was hard to connect to your favorite songs. But once radio came on, people could listen to music. They could listen to the top songs of the week, of the month, and listen to new artists. Now, the book also covers, it's like a who's who. You can call it a musical history tour because it talks about everyone who contributed in any way to music as we know it. There's Billie Holiday, Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby, Jerome Kern. It's just a cornucopia. Chapter by chapter is just, I'll just flip through the chapters. Post-war jazz, Someone to Watch Over Me vocal refrains, America at War, Judy Garland and Billie Holiday, The Age of Swing, Fats Waller and Friends, Fred Astaire and the Dance Hall Boom, Bing Crosby, as I mentioned, the Great Depression, the music that came out of that, Rudy Valley and the dawn of the electric era. So it's just basically, and if people think they're going to read about the Beatles, they're remotely mentioned about after page 500. So like I said, this is not about the pop music as we might know it today, but it is the popular music that launched all the trends for what is in effect today. So if you're looking for a very complete book, like I said, it's over 600 pages, and you can't go wrong with a book that's over 600 pages because the information is just like a fountain overflowing. So if you're really looking for a great book, let's do it. Go do it. Go buy the book, and you will be so pleasantly surprised, and you'll be fascinated for hours by all the information you find inside the book. Now, the second book is a little different. It's called Spirits Unveiled, A Fresh Perspective on Angels, Guides, Ghosts, and More by Michelle Welch. This is published by Llewellyn, and it retails for $26.95. This book is very different. Not everybody's going to like it. The supernatural or paranormal has always had a place on bookshelves. Now, personally, and I can say this from experience, I believe in the paranormal. I do believe in ghosts. Tarot cards are mentioned. I have personally read tarot cards since 1970. I have about 6 decks. I haven't read them for about 5 or more years. I find them fascinating. I do not believe that I have any powers to tell the future. But anyways, in this book, the author talks about spirit guides, animal spirits, extraterrestrial beings that will be walking amongst us. And the author tells us how we can connect with these particular things. And the author in most chapters gives us 11 ways of knowing how to connect. I don't know why she's picked the number 11 every time, but just out of, just as an example, she tells us how to tell if ghosts are near. And some of them are, your pet acts strangely. You feel like someone is touching you. Some aromas cannot be explained. You feel an overwhelming emotion in a specific place, and things have been moved or misplaced. Those are some of the ways that we can tell a ghost is near us. Now, for animal spirits, we can tell our animal guides if animal guides are close by as well too, because animal spirits are around us too. You see them in the clouds. You dream about them. A psychic mentions them to you. They appear to you in person, often out of the blue. They appear to you in movies. Okay, I'm not seeing an animal that I had in any movies unless it was Rin Tin Tin, but I never had a dog, so I just had a cat. And psychic attacks. How to tell if we've been attacked psychically. Now you might want to make notes here. Avoid self-sabotaging thoughts or negative self-talk. If we're psychic attacked, challenge them in a lucid dream. Then you can kick their butts. Be confident in your powerful energy, but not cocky. And avoid drugs and alcohol. Also, get an energetic clearing after any anesthesia, because you are susceptible to attack when under anesthesia. I haven't had one of those for years. But anyways, the book is, I know, I shouldn't make light of a lot of it. Some of it, okay, fine. A lot of it is speculation, especially extraterrestrials who walk amongst us. They're called starseeds, and they come from distant galaxies, and they're around there. They're watching us. Could be one outside my window right now. But anyways, the book is very different, okay? If you want a book, if you're into spirits, angels, ghosts, whatever, and more, this book is definitely for you. The author is very popular, and she's very serious in what she's saying, and so what more could I say? It's, like I said, and she talks about spirit masters too, people who are considered spirit masters, and amongst them are Walt Disney, Buddha, Merlin, Tesla, Jesus, and Mary Magdalene. So anyways, the book unveils a lot of things, so if you're into spirited things, okay, go for it. So anyways, those are the 2 books I wanted to draw to your attention this week. Very different. Let's do it, the music, and let's go for the spirits. So anyways, I don't know if you'll agree with me or not, but anyways, I said anyways too much. So thank you as always for watching my videos. Hopefully you will send me your comments, positive or negative, or tell me to get off this channel. So anyways, until we meet again, stay safe, stay sane, stay social distancing, watch those spirits, and we'll talk again real soon. Bye for now.